A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to your next class. So today we are going to continue your class. So we are studying the chapter human reproduction. So last class I have asked you the difference between spermatogenesis and spermiogenesis. So now I'm going to tell you firstly what is the difference between them. So spermatogenesis is the process. Spermatogenesis is the process of formation of mature spermatozoa. What it is? The formation of mature spermatozoa from the spermatogonial cells in the testis. And the spermiogenesis is the process of transformation of spermatids into motile flagellated spermatozoa. And the second difference is the spermatogenesis is the process which involves both mitotic and meiotic division. Okay, in spermatogenesis both the mitotic and the meiotic cell division both occur, but in spermiogenesis this does not involve any cell division. Means in spermiogenesis there does not involve any mitotic or meiotic division. The third difference is the spermatogenetic cells formed as a result of division do not separate from each other, but in spermiogenesis the spermatids start separating from each other during the spermiogenesis. Okay, so this is the difference between spermatogenesis and spermiogenesis. Okay, next we are going to talk about the hormonal control of male reproductive system. So we are going to study the hormonal control. So the gonadotropin releasing hormone GnRH, in short it's said to be GnRH, which is secreted by the hypothalamus, which stimulates the anterior pituitary to secrete follicle stimulating hormone, which is in short it is said to be FSH. Okay, and gonadotropin releasing hormone is GnRH. It's GnRH and it is FSH. GnRH is secreted by hypothalamus, which stimulate the anterior pituitary to secrete the FSH, मतलब follicle stimulating hormone, and interstitial cell stimulating hormone, जिसको हम short में कहेंगे ISCH, which is also known as luteinizing hormone, which is also known as luteinizing hormone, and it is represented as LH. Okay, luteinizing hormone. The interstitial cells stimulating hormone control the interstitial cells or Leydig cells to secrete the hormone testosterone. Which hormone? Testosterone. 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 And the testosterone is necessary for the spermatogenesis. As we know, this testosterone is necessary for spermatogenesis, that is formation of sperm. Okay, so next is the level of testosterone is under the negative feedback control. That is, an increase in the level of the testosterone inhibits the release of GnRH by the hypothalamus and also secretion of ICSH, which by ICSH by ICSH by anterior pituitary. Okay, which is by anterior pituitary. The follicle stimulating hormone FSH directs act on the spermatogonia and stimulate the sperm production. Follicle stimulating hormone control the Sertoli cell to secrete an androgen binding protein, that is ABP, androgen binding protein. In short, it is written as ABP, that concentrate testosterone in the seminiferous tubule. And Sertoli cell also secrete a protein called inhibin. What it is called? Inhibin. Inhibin, which suppress FSH synthesis, which suppress the FSH synthesis. Okay, so this is all about hormonal control of male reproductive system. Next we are going to study about the spermatozoon. Next, what we are going to study about? Spermatozoon. So, the fine structure of a sperm is studied under an electronic microscope. The fine structure of sperm, as studied under a microscope, electron microscope, has following details like the typical human sperm has four parts. How many parts? Four part. First one is head, second one is neck, third one is middle piece, and the fourth one is tail. So a human sperm, if it is asked how many parts a human sperm has, so it has four parts, that is head, neck, middle piece and the tail. So first we are going to study is head. So I want to see the structure of a sperm. So this is the structure of sperm. This is very important. Okay, so first we are going to study about head. So the sperm head include nucleus and acrosome. What? Nucleus and acrosome. Acrosome. The nucleus is large, compact and contain only concentrated mass of DNA. What? Only concentrated mass of DNA. The acrosome at the tip of the sperm head is an compact mass, that is head cap. What? That is head cap, which is double layered membrane. This membrane extends down the outer surface of the nucleus. The acrosome contain enzymes called spermylines. What it is said to be? Spermylines. Okay, and that spermylines that helps in the sperms to enter the ovum by dissolving the egg envelopes. The next is we are going to study is neck. First we have studied the head section. Now we are going to study the neck section. So the neck is very short and contain two centrioles. ठीक है, neck is short and control two centrioles. First one is the proximal centrioles and the second one is distal centrioles. The proximal centrioles means the first one. The proximal centrioles plays a critical role in the first division of fertilized egg or zygote, and the distinct centrioles give attachment to the axial filament of the tail. Then the third we are going to study is the middle piece, means the third one is middle piece. matlab we are going to study the middle portion of the sperm. That middle piece contain a compact mass of mitochondria. Of what? Mitochondria. It's about mitochondria. Okay, so they have means portion have a oxidative enzyme and supply of energy. Means they have oxidative enzyme and supply energy for the metabolism and the movement of sperm in the female reproductive tract. So the middle piece is also known as powerhouse of the sperm. The middle portion is also known as the powerhouse of the sperm. As we already know, mitochondria is all known as the powerhouse of the cell. So here in the sperm, the middle portion is known as the powerhouse of the cell. If you ask, if this is very important, if there is a question asked what is known as in sperm, what is the known of powerhouse of the cell, so you have to reply the middle piece. Okay, the middle portion. And then the last one we are going to study the tail portion. What about tail portion? The tail contain the central axial filament. The tail portion contain the central axial filament that is surrounded by a small amount of cytoplasm and covered by a cell membrane. The undulating movement of the tail affects the locomotion of the sperm. Okay, so this is about the tail. So we have a study about the structure of the sperm, all its details, the parts. Okay, next we are going to study is about oogenesis. What is oogenesis? Okay, so oogenesis is the process by which ova are formed in the ovaries. We have already talked about oogenesis, so I will repeat it once again, that oogenesis is the process by which ova are formed in the ovaries, and oogenesis starts during the embryonic development of female fetus. If the female fetus starts developing, okay, by the time of female fetus in the 25th 25th week old. When it starts, when the fetus is about 25 week 25 week old. All the oogonia that she will produce during her lifetime has already been formed. So now I'm going to tell you about the steps. Now I'm going to tell you the steps in oogenesis. Steps in oogenesis. So about